Now this is incredibly treacherous. It's not what I signed up for. Donkey. You join me for another episode of Eats, Cleats and Jeets, and this weekend we are doing some ultra cycling training. I'm going to be doing 380k over the next couple of days, down through the New Forest into Dorset, so we're going to be calling this one the Vuelta New Forest. Just waiting for the sun to come up properly and I'm going to get underway, so I shall see you out there. What a beautiful morning for it. So I'm currently about 23k in, just making my way down the lovely Basingstoke Canal, and I've just had one of the sweet potato brownies that I made earlier. Now I'm making a very conscious decision after the Tour de Ride debacle where my fueling was really poor. I've made a conscious effort to ensure that I eat more often and earlier today so that we avoid the well, just the slog that the first stage turned into especially. However, we have got around about 190k to go today, so big day in the saddle. I am currently 60k and 3 hours in, and I must admit I'm having a wonderful time. I filtered this route through Commute to take the Scenic route, and as you've seen, we've had some lovely canal paths and then lots of lovely quiet back roads, and I definitely feel like I'm bikepacking today with all my gear on the bike, as opposed to just thrashing it around the roads. Passing through the town of Alton. What I love about cycling is, as someone who lives in a big city in London, the ability it gives you to just get out into the countryside, and especially on an absolutely stunning day like this, it really is a treat. I find it so restorative mentally, even if physically I am, you know, thrashing my body and pushing it to the limits. Passed through the very charmingly named village of Oliver's Battery, and there was something I hadn't seen for a very long time, and that was like little kind of car boot sales or drive sales. That's certainly, people do not things lying out on the table in London, that's for sure. Just passed through Winchester, which was a little bit too urban for my tastes today, and we're now moving down into the New Forest, I believe. Maybe not. Actually no, I think I'm wrong. I have no idea where I am, to be perfectly honest, but it is gorgeous. I've just stopped in the town of Romsey for lunch, and I've gone with something not quite as overbearing, heavy and fatty as I did. Stopped for lunch about an hour ago. I was going to do a more in-depth review of my Greek wrap. However, I got chatting to a very nice American gentleman who would not would not start asking me questions, which is obviously not a problem, but it meant that I felt extremely self-conscious taking a video about my lunch. So now in the New Forest proper, I'm starting to feel a little bit of leg pain. I did just stop at a pharmacy to get some paracetamol, and got around about 60 odd K to go. So as you can see, the weather is absolutely stunning. It's nice and warm. I've taken a couple of layers off. So we're just going to roll into Sanford, our destination, nice and easy, and hopefully get some footage of the New Forest ponies. These are the sweet potato brownies that I made the other day, especially for this trip. They could have done with a bit more cooking, admittedly. However, they are delicious. They certainly helped keep me fueled so far today. About 140k in now, feeling a lot better than I did the other week. Post fish and chips. So that's a bonus. Lesson learned. Donkey. Absolutely beautiful. Just taking a quick pit stop. About 100, just under 150k down. So I've got about 45 odd left to go. Physically, I'm feeling pretty good. My energy levels are feeling much better than they were the other week on the Tour de Raya. My right knee, however, is giving me a considerable amount of jip, unfortunately, so I'm just going to manage that for the rest of this stage. However, not feeling too confident about tomorrow's return trip should that flare up early doors, so we'll have to wait and see. So at 174k now, this is officially my longest ever ride, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to get off. However, I still got about 20k to go, so there is that. Add insult to the injury, we're now on a fully off-road section. Did exactly what I needed. Getting jolted around when my knees hurting. It's not what I signed up for. However, it is quite beautiful, pretty, so can't complain too much. Now this is incredibly treacherous. To my chamois cream today, I have had a happy bottom. Finally done for the day. I've made it to Sanford in mainly one piece. Just on the way to the shop now to get my dinner, and then I've got a real treat. The Airbnb that I'm staying in has actually got a sauna, so hopefully that should maybe make me feel a bit better, or it's going to drain me in of energy completely. Who knows, we'll see. Anyway, what did we learn today? Better fueling, better riding experience. Made a big difference today, fueling correctly. The only downside to today was the knee pain, but other than that, probably one of my favourite days in the saddle, to be honest. New Forest is lovely, it's a lovely part of the world. If you get a chance to come down here, you definitely should. Anyway, that's all for stage one. Hopefully I'll see you out on the road tomorrow. We'll see if the knee holds up. Thanks a lot.